It's not often that a research paper comes along and completely changes the way you look at the world, but this one just did that for me. It's called Economics for the Future, Beyond the Superorganism. It makes the case that humanity is going to run out of cheap fossil energy. Our society uses a lot of energy, and despite all the progress we've made on renewables in the last few decades, the amount of fossil fuels we use just keeps growing. The paper argues this is because the global economy has evolved into a mindless, energy-hungry superorganism that needs to grow in order to survive. The lifeblood of this growing global economic superorganism is energy, the vast majority of which still comes from fossil fuels. But here's the problem. We're gonna have to stop using fossil fuels for two major reasons. The first you're probably familiar with, which is that burning fossil fuels is creating environmental problems like climate change and ocean acidification. The second, which is new to me and kind of mind-blowing, is we're going to run out of fossil fuel. This is an energy source that took the Earth hundreds of millions of years to generate, and we're currently using it about 10 million times faster than it took to make, which means most of the cheap, high-quality oil has already been burned. If you go back to this chart and zoom out onto a more geological time frame, in the course of history, it'll look more like this. So you and I right now are living close to the top of this line, close to the historical peak of global oil consumption, which will have an end, and that end is coming soon. We can either navigate the transition away from fossil fuels gracefully by transitioning to a lower energy, post-growth, renewable future, or we keep burning all the fossil fuels we can find to maintain the fantasy of endless economic growth until we either break the environment or we just start to run out of fuel. Either way, our growth-based economic and financial systems will not survive this transition, which means we have arrived at a species-level conversation around what type of society we actually want, because this one ain't gonna last much longer. If you're interested in the future of economics and the environment, stick around.